Hello and welcome along to Amberlea Model Railway. My name's Chris. First of all, I'd just like to welcome the new subscribers that have joined me since the last video. Welcome. Um, Glad to have you on board. Hope you enjoy the content and have a good look through the past videos to get you up to speed on where we are currently with the layout and how we got here, what the journey was like. Hope you find it interesting. This episode, I'm going to start work on the scenery on the second half of the extension. For those of you familiar with the layout, it's the right hand side of the extension, at the far end of the extension, which reaches into the corner of the loft. As was suggested by Ewan from Blackwoods, Engage Model Railway, I decided to make a town scene above the railway line and have the line disappear underneath into a tunnel underneath the built-up area, and then coming back out at the other side and back onto the layout. So having assessed that and given it a bit of thought, it was the best solution to what I was going to do in that area by far. So thank you again, Ewan. I think I mentioned you at least another once or twice in the actual video, but it was great advice and has helped me out a great deal. So additionally, there'll be some running shots of the whole layout, mainly down to the fact that I had a little bit spare money and I managed to buy two Class 47s, which are my favourite diesel locomotives. I bought one, both second-hand off eBay, both in very good condition and very good runners. So that was a relief. One came in EWS livery, which is really nice, so I can use that for some freight running. And one came in Virgin Trains livery, slightly after my modelling era, really. But I just like Class 47s of so much that I'm going to try and get as many as I can with as many different liveries as I can. So that one just made its way into the collection. It does run alongside BR Green and some other sectorised liveries. I make no excuse for that. Rule 1 applies most definitely, and I just like to see them all doing their stuff. I think it's really good. So hopefully you will enjoy those running scenes, that, as I've called it, I think on another social media platform, my Facebook page, a Class 47 Fest. It certainly is. There's 5 of them running at one time, so that's all good. I think the last thing to mention before we get into the video is this will be the last video for a while. I'm away doing some bits and pieces. I'll be away from the layout for about a month. So you might not see any more content until sort of maybe the middle of November, once I've had some chance to work again on the layout and create some more footage. There may be, I have got some short material which I can put out. Don't know whether I will or not, whether I'll get the time. If I do, then you'll see it, obviously. If not, I will see you somewhere in November. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It really does help me to reach more people. Equally, hitting the like icon also helps to bump me up the list and get in front of more people. And obviously, if you want to be notified of when I release new material, then hit the notify bell, and you'll get stuff, or you get notification of stuff as soon as it comes out. So that's all the housekeeping done. Enjoy the video, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye bye now. So after weeks, in fact probably months now, of me not making a decision on what to do with the right hand half of the extension, I have to thank Ewan from Blackwood for the suggestion that I should maybe consider a built-up area raised up and the line going underneath through a tunnel and then coming out the other side. And once I thought about it more and more, it was absolutely the right thing to do. So as you can see, I've already started by creating the supports for the board, trying out for size some Metcalfe buildings, which I'll use to populate the area. And then I think what will happen now, because obviously you'll remember that there was a terminus station in the corner, which I think, looking back now, I think I only put there for the sake of it, really. I didn't really think about it and plan it out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually, if I can avoid the light, is I'm going to put a station there, a small halt station. You can just see the platform. Let's see if I can just zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to put a station there, and then there'll be a road going down from the centre of the baseboard, where that street just is there. We'll continue off the baseboard and down the slope, and we'll come to the station, which will be station building will be on this side of the line. I've decided how I'm going to do the platform or platforms yet, but that's the thing as it stands now. So it'll be a nice scenic area from the board downwards, a nice slope downwards. As you can see, I've already put a cutting in place here. Just get some plaster bandage on that in a bit and get that started. And then at either side of the line, both at the near side here and the far side over there, there'll just be a slope down with some scenery on, and until it meets the edge of the station. So thank you again, Ewan, and now I've got a plan. I can crack on, and I'll be back with you very shortly once the next stage is complete. So I've got the supports for the upper section in place now, as you can see at the back there, and then at the front, the supports which will be the formers effectively for the scenery. So the slope down from the board to street level. And again, I'll use my tried and trusted strips of cardboard coming down both to form the cuttings there and the slope itself, which is going to carry a road down the middle. So again, just got to take that into consideration when I'm forming the landscape for that. But just thought I'd give you a quick view on what's hiding underneath. Hopefully this will be the only time you see it, and I'll come back to you in a bit. I've started to get some of the form down for the slope down from the board where the houses are down to sort of rail level, as it were. Tried and tested method of framework of polystyrene blocks with then some cardboard strips just to fill in the gaps, and then some scrunched up newspaper just to stop it from sagging when the plaster bandage goes on. So once all that's dry, I will get some plaster bandage on, and I'll come back to you once we're at that stage. See you in a bit. I've got the first layer of plaster bandage down on the hillside slope there. It's looking pretty much as I had imagined that it would, so that's good. The framework with the lattice of cardboard strips has done its job, certainly, supported by the scrunched up newspaper. So that's all good. And then at this side here, going into this tunnel mouth, just built it up with some scraps of polystyrene, and then used the polystyrene cutter just to get it into shape. I think that's all looking okay now. We'll see once it's dried what else I need to do to it to get it ready for painting, and then getting some scenery on it. There will be a road coming down, as I said before, where those two blue markers are on the board, leaving the board there, going down the hill and into the station area here. Exact design TBC, but that's the general idea. So I think I might just shape a roadway once that plaster has dried, and then maybe just build up a little bit around it. I'll come back to you in a bit. I've also built a retaining wall for the just for the back there, just to hide all the gubbins at the back before it leads into the station. I've also just built a wall here, which will act as the boundary for a little yard that I'm going to have, which is going to be next to the station. So just a bit of foam board with brick paper on it, and then capped off. But I think that'll look quite nice with the surrounding of the yard. Just added the base of the road that's going to run down from the street scene at the top there, down into the station area there. All I've done is just cut some cardboard 4 centimeters wide, which is the scale size of the end scale size of a road of that type, and just plaster bandaged it in place just to give it a surface over the surface of the actual plaster bandage hillside there. So I think that's going to look okay. Once I get it all painted up and get a surface on it, I think that will look fine. I just do something down here with a yard and the reception area at the front of the station. We'll get some ideas for that, and we'll do something in there. But just got to model the scenery around this area here, which will be a level crossing. So once that's done and in, I'll come back to you and show you what's what. I've been doing some work on the town scene, which sits above the tracks on the extension there. You can see the two tunnel portals, one on the left hand side, one on the right hand side, and they'll just got a bit of foam board there cut to size, and I've populated it with Metcalf. Houses of various descriptions, and put a bit of sandpaper down. In fact, no, it's not sandpaper actually, it's just black card for the roadways. And some green card, which will be get the scatter effect on there, and a bit of ballast and chip-ins down there, just on those pathways there and behind the fences. So I've been quite busy. That's all stuck down now, and it can be lifted out as a one piece, which is great. I'm not anticipating that there'll be any issues with the track under there. It's quite simple, it's just a curve. I've tested it and tested it again, and there hasn't been any problems, so that's all good. Done the road with some fine black sandpaper. Coming down there, the fields have now been done with some scatter. They'll need finishing off with some additional foliage. There'll be some cows in there. I've got the cows already. They can go in that field on the right hand side there. And then the station looking quite good now. I'm pleased with the way that's turned out. And just a few odd and sods at the back there, just to give an idea of what I'm going to be doing at the back there. Just some units to hide the edge of the baseboard. So still a little bit more to be done, marking out the car parks here and the other traffic signage on the roads. Bit of tarting up and finishing off to go on there. But by and large, just the level crossing to put in this area here, and just finish that, stick that bit down, cut it to shape and stick it down. But by and large, I would say we're 3/4 of the way there with that area there, and I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out.